Well, we are back here with the winners bracket semifinals. It is Isen versus Shadow. Hopefully I'm pronouncing Isen right after I pronounced Gibble wrong for the entirety of one of the previous matches. And hopefully you guys enjoyed your break of telling John Wayne how awful he is at picking levels. Here's the bracket.
That's still happening in the chat, by the way.
I'm not saying if I agree with it or not, because I want to remain as an impartial commentator. We see that we are down to 6 with the surprise elimination of Evan a moment ago. Isen and Shadow will face the winner of Xylo and Mar in the winners finals. Loser of this match heads down to the losers bracket, which they will contest shortly, presumably in the 6 o'clock hour. Here we go. We got Isen on a Magic Koopa suit and Shadow on a Exploding Bomb shirt. Thank you, Not Zelda, for the Tier 1 sub gift. All right, well, hopefully nobody will be bouncing off of Milo's head and finding a dev route again this time. We're on the night sand theme, got a sandstorm going, so that'll make things a little trickier.
Looks like Isen ahead a little bit, but if what we've seen is if what we've seen indicates anything, that
yeah, there you go.
Very quickly. As Shadow pulls ahead.
Shadow laid back, got the mushroom.
Oh yeah, there's a lot happening here. Shadow takes a death.
A lot of enemy spam. I'd be hitting those low spin jumps. If I were one of our competitors and get sniped.
Lakitu taking him out in midair.
Lakitu is being savage right now. Shadow not having much
eating through here. Watch out for these. Lakitu. Oh, he takes out the Lakitu and grabs the cloud.
He's got the cloud.
And
there's the goal.
The goal. Got it.
Shadow with the 1-0 lead. If you recall, Shadow upset IPK a couple weeks ago in our Versus League. So at this juncture, he might be one of the favorites to take it all. Of course, Isen no slouch for making it to the final 6. Remember, we're playing first to 4 wins. We could hit some draws or timeouts here in a little bit. And we are on to a level called Super Mario in all lowercase, which does not inspire confidence. What's a juncture?
It's a word Alex sure likes to use.
At this juncture kind of means just right now, in this position, at this particular time, at this particular time of day, at this particular part of the country.
Localized entirely within your kitchen.
Can I see it?
No. Alright, well, Super Mario is underway.
And both of these players know that something's going on here. Unless they were just fighting over mushrooms.
Off they go, both of them get the mushroom.
Oh,
Shadow falls behind. Is he gonna survive?
Looked like he survived.
He's still up. Yeah.
There's a helmet for Isen, and
a significant lead.
Skips the door.
Nothing's set in stone until there is the checkpoint. Was what I was about to say. A couple chain jumps drop, but that Shelmet helps a lot.
Go, gonna get rid of the big Goomba. Head into the pipe for section 2.
Dropping on in.
He's gonna get rid of that Shelmet, I assume. Or actually hang on to it for a backup hit. That's a good call. Now he gets rid of it. And a naked pipe. Like I said, it's not inspire confidence. Spawns in the same area as a Yoshi. Gonna try to go overhead, but the level creator thought of that.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work out for him. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Wait a minute. Where did Shadow get a propeller?
Hello. How do they get to the goal?
Well, they gotta go back in. Oh, there's a Kaiser block. What is this level?
We are neck and neck.
Oh, bouncing off each other.
And now Shadow ahead, but he gets hit.
There's the key. Now we might have a key fight because this key door leads to the finish. Oh! Oh! Wait a minute!
Oh,
what?
Oh my god!
He got sniped by the chomp! Oh!
Isen!
Wow!
Super Mario!
What a level!
Super Mario.
Isen ties it up at 1. Shadow realized that he had some time to sneak through that little section that would lead right to the goal, but he got sniped by a chomp. Isen opens the door and is rewarded with his first clear of the round.
We get lol spam in the chat.
Goodness me. Well, we are on to another U level. Looks like there's going to be a tricky way to get to the goal.
Knotted up 1-1.
Hopefully that's not the entire level.
Well, last match we saw some interesting things, so who knows?
Yeah, I mean, anything can happen in Super Mario Maker Versus. Olaf, these levels are selected by SV John Wayne in the chat. He plays through Expert Versus and tries to find levels that won't end in draws.
And they are both underway here. Isen
looks like Isen takes a death.
Yeah. Shadow Shadow
into a pipe.
Oh, pipe. I did not see that. My bad.
Well, he's gonna have to get that on-off or hit an on-off in the first area.
Let's see. Can he figure this out?
And he's just going for the leap of faith.
Saws. Oh!
Well, he sees no. I think that's the correct approach.
Yeah, I think so. But oh, well, there goes Isen. Which might
he's in the pipe.
Oh, come on.
Which we saw doesn't lead to anything.
Shadow. There you
Shadow
go.
has the lure.
Oh, there's
the goal. Is that it?
Yes!
Shadow gaining revenge after that crazy level last time. And he's up 2-1. So Shadow had the lure, and that got him the dub. We are 2-1, playing to 4. Of course, not impossible that we'll have some draws or timeouts somewhere. These levels intentionally selected to avoid draws, though.
He was intended.
Apologies for Ameri's chair.
It's very squeaky.
Yes.
I'm going to squeak it one more time and go back down to normal. There we go. That should be the last one.
Well, we have a clear condition Bowser, so that'll make things interesting here.
Oh, no. And away we go.
Long staircase up to the top. But where do we go from here? Well, looks like there's a death. Goes into, something.
Here's the ice.
Oh, there we go. We were on Shadow's camera.
These hidden blocks. Now he's gonna navigate through these clouds. Watch out for these Lekachis. Oh, well, now he's stuck. Couldn't get out of there. Yeah. So now he's just gotta figure out how to get around there. I think you might want to jump.
Yep. Exactly right. Well, they're into the pipe pretty simultaneously. They should both know the lore at this point. Wow! Isen with the defense! Ground pounding Shadow off of the stage. Now I gotta avoid those Lackey 2s. Gets around them. And there's Bowser. Thankfully, it looks like he's gonna get an infinite supply of fire flowers. I think we determined it takes 40 hits. Alternatively, he could just jump off of the level, so that makes things a little more difficult. Shadow with the soft block. Isen taking another hit, gonna have to go back. Oh, small Bowser is 20, I see. So he's gonna have to get 20 hits. Gets the 20 hits. And presumably back into the pipe. Nope. Leap of faith time. Oh, okay. There's some giant Koopas. Down the mountain, all the way down. Almost falls off the side there. And Isen's gonna run to the finish, presuming that there's no tricks here, and Isen ties it up at 2. Looks like we've briefly lost Ameri. But a tight race here, 2-2. Definitely a lot of excitement so far. So we're on to a Japanese level, another Mario U level. A lot of Mario U levels today. Good chunk of Mario 1, and then not so much in the other 3 styles. That just happens sometimes, I guess. Isen going to be on Luigi, Shadow on Toad. Well, it does not look like this is going to be a run-forward level because there are 5 red coins that you need to collect. As Shadow gets stuck there, try to go over the top, not going to get it.
I did mention earlier how my internet tends to not want to cooperate pretty much at will, so that is what happened.
That is fair. Oh no! Isen had the job done! So
now
all Shadow needs to do is waltz to the goal.
That's a lot of keys.
That is a lot of unnecessary keys because the goal's right there unless there's a trick. And there's not a trick. So Isen did all the work, got sniped by a thwomp, and Shadow takes the 3-2 lead.
You hate to see it if you're Isen. If you're Shadow, I'm sure you're feeling pretty fine about this.
That is the last week, I promise.
Well, 3-2, it is match point for Shadow. Isen needs this to stay alive for Game 7.
It's been very tight so far, but Shadow could seal the deal with this one.
What is awaiting these players?
Shopping in the snow.
It is another Mario U level.
I love how aggressive Milo's Mii is.
Right. He's so feisty at the start line and then immediately gives up.
Yeah. It's part of his job description.
So Shadow gets out to the early lead and spawns 2 tiny Goombas. Looks like he's going to have to get 2 keys. He's got 1. Into the cave. Dies to the icicle before he can get the mushroom, and now Isen. So now both players have done the work and allowed the other player to take advantage.
Yeah, but we have no idea how much is left in this level. Oh, takes a hit to that fireball.
Looks like he's trying to damage boost. Maybe get a better cycle, or is he going
Shadow.
Wow, Shadow actually grabbed the key. But meanwhile, Isen's going to take the low road. What's up top is the other key.
Alright.
So it looks like Isen's going to go play defense at the goal line.
Oh, there's another key.
Third key. Okay.
Well, last level we saw that there were a bunch of keys that really had no purpose, so...
Possibly. Shadow's going to run to the side and see if there's nothing.
Oh, got the key.
Let's grab that third key. What is awaiting these players at the key doors?
Well,
there's 1, there's 2.
Some one-way panels.
We go now to Isen in the subworld, and I see what those were for now. You can use those keys to buy advantages for the boss battle. Obviously, the 1-up is useless.
Alright.
And it looks like Isen actually took a death. Shadow has 2 more keys. Opts not to get a fire flower. So instead, gonna have to wait this out.
Makes the jump over.
And didn't need to wait it out for long.
Oh boy, there's a whole lot happening in here. Breaks the blocks.
Oh, he should be able to get through with those iframes, and he does. Shadow into the pipe.
Naked pipe.
This could be it. And it is!
Is it? Yes, it is.
Shadow moving on to the winners bracket finals.
Well played, sir.
A 4-2 victory here in another pretty quick match, moving right along here. We will be seeing Shadow in a couple hours in the winner's bracket finals. Isen heading to the loser's bracket finals. And let's see if either of these players are going to come in and talk about what they've just seen. And it looks like we're going to have Shadow, but not Isen.
Isen in the chat saying those levels. Lol.
Yeah. That seems to be the prevailing theme of the day as we welcome Shadow into the chat. Shadow, I feel
the levels below.
I feel like the last time you and I were sitting here was your match against IPK, and we were complaining about the levels, and here we are again complaining about the levels. So, just tell me your overall thoughts on those levels.
Standard garbage, I'd say. Pretty standard.
Well, let's start at this most recent level and work backwards. It looked like you had 2 keys to grab the fire flower for that boss rush. I know you didn't have the lore of what was beyond that door, but were you just trying to save time? Is that the idea behind not being conservative and grabbing the fire flower?
Yes, I also did not know Isen had died at that point. So I think it was as I was entering the pipe, I saw Isen's to the left of me. It's like, oh well, a helmet's enough anyway, really.
And it ended up working out, obviously, for you.
Yes. Thankfully, there are only 2 bosses.
Yeah.
And one was very cheesable.
That was kind of a rough go for Isen on the previous level, though. You didn't see, but there was a Bowser at the end of that level that he killed with a thwomp block, and then got sniped, or with a POW block, excuse me, and then got sniped by a thwomp.
Oh.
So that's what caused him to die.
There's a Bowser there. I don't even remember seeing fire, so it's weird.
Yeah, it's always frustrating when that happens to you, where you do all the work and somebody else claims the glory.
Yeah.
Unless you're the person claiming the glory.
Well, it's hard to complain about winning, but yeah, it's possible too.
So in the second level, really weird ending. It was a very back and forth level. A lot of opportunities for equalizing. At the end, I forget if you were the person who went in the door or tried to sneak under with the chain chomp. So what was your strategy going into that finish of the second level?
Okay. So I remember what you're talking about. So I was the one who died to the chain chomp. So I was thinking about the time it takes to go through the door versus going through the gapped area. So I wasn't really paying attention to the chain chomp, and I knew he had the key, so I was like, okay, if he enters the door, I have to run to the left and hope that it's faster. And I didn't notice that I grabbed the key from him, so I kind of just ran into the chomp like an idiot.
Well, in any event, you get the dub, moving on to the winners bracket finals, guaranteed to be one of the last 3 participants. How do you like your chances of taking down the tournament?
They're okay. Not the most confident person, but
all right. Well, we'll see how you do in the winners bracket finals. So I'll give you a couple hours to warm up, get some food, probably. And we will see you in a little bit. So best of luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you.
And that was Shadow Chimera. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
I feel like it's Chimera.
Is Chimera.
Well, we've learned that pronunciation is not my specialty. We will join you in 10 minutes' time for Xylo and Mar on the other side of the winners bracket finals. The winner to face Shadow later this evening as we roll on here at the monthly North American Super Mario Maker 2 Versus Tournament.